Everything Donald Trump does generates discussion, praise, and condemnation. Regardless of how much or how little you think of him, his time as a political figure in the spotlight has been unlike any other. This video delves into the mysterious world of Donald Trump. At the very end, you'll have a chance to learn vital information that will hold you spellbound. Is it possible that Donald Trump will go to jail? Why don't we find out?
Donald Trump, former US president with 6 accomplices, tried to overturn the result of the 2020 election and is now indicted.
The former president has been indicted. This time around, though, prosecutors have charged him with 4 different counts, including conspiracy to defraud the United States.
Donald Trump's path to the White House was uncharted territory. It was simply a departure from American politics, then accepted norms and standards. Before entering politics, he was a real estate magnate and reality TV star. His unfiltered rhetoric and promise to shake things up quickly made him a household name. Many dissatisfied voters looking for a change in leadership were drawn to his no-holds-barred style. Donald Trump deftly avoided controversy, media storms, and fierce opposition through his whirlwind campaign. His efforts were finally rewarded. He eventually won the Republican nomination, setting up a historic and contentious runoff against Hillary Clinton. In 2016, he won the presidency against all odds, cementing his place in American history. His unwavering confidence and willingness to take risks characterized his leadership style. He frequently defied political convention by following his instincts and making broad statements to the public on Twitter. Trump supporters praised him for being decisive and determined. They saw him as the person to address the nagging issues that previous administrations had ignored. They regarded him as a strong leader who would not back down in the face of adversity. His leadership, however, was met with strong opposition. His detractors claimed he was a poor communicator who incited trouble by picking fights with his opponents. Trump was accused of spreading conspiracy theories and undermining democratic institutions throughout the campaign. Many people objected to his immigration policies, particularly the contentious travel ban, and protested and sued him. Once again, his unconventional strategies challenged established norms. As we speak, his legacy is so complex that it continues to influence modern politics. However, the tides now appear to be turning, and word of justice is spreading around him. And guess what? This has sparked speculation about his future and the possibility of re-entering the system he once commanded. What is more breathtaking is that the possibility that Donald Trump could be detained. Is Donald Trump taking unthinkable steps that could land him in jail? At first, it didn't seem likely. However, recent events have shown that his detainment is more likely than ever before. This is where it all started. Donald Trump's legal docket has been extremely busy lately. It's even difficult to keep track of everything that's going on. But so far, he's been the subject of 4 major investigations. He's been accused of financial wrongdoing and other crimes in Florida, Fulton County, Georgia, the District of Columbia, and New York. He's also been charged with mishandling sensitive White House documents and attempting to overturn the US election. And that's not all. He's also been alleged of inciting insurrection. Too much on his plate already, right? Well, that might only matter to you. Why? Donald Trump has undeniably proven to be a force to be reckoned with in the high-stakes world of litigation. He has repeatedly demonstrated his ability to win these types of fights. Whatever your feelings are about him, you can't deny his unwavering strength and resilience in the face of legal charges. Donald Trump has faced a never-ending barrage of lawsuits throughout his political and business life. Yes, I mean a barrage of cases, like 4,000 lawsuits altogether. Despite this, he has triumphed numerous times, displaying tenacity that inspires his supporters while terrifying his detractors. Moreover, there is one very interesting thing about him. He remains calm and collected in the face of adversity. In court or during an investigation, some say he's just supernatural. However, an outlier appears to exist in this scenario. This pertains to the case concerning the documents from the White House. Everyone worries that he may end up in jail because of this case. Following his departure from the White House, allegations surfaced that he had improperly handled classified documents. As a result, authorities went to Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate and executed a search warrant. According to the report from the FBI, Donald Trump was discovered to have 33 boxes of material, 13 of which contained more than 100 classified documents. The FBI then collected all the top secret, secret and confidential, and top secret sensitive compartment information, marked boxes and documents. Photographs and information about the French president were also gathered. The ex-president was being investigated for possible violations. Among them is the violation of the Espionage Act, which involved the collection, transmission, or loss of defense information. In January 2022, the National Archive removed 15 boxes of presidential records from Mar-a-Lago. This was done prior to the discovery of the batch of about 100 sensitive records. These boxes housed 184 documents with various classifications marking over 700 pages. Additionally, representatives for Trump turned over a folder containing 38 classified records to Justice Department investigators in early June 2022. This occurred after a subpoena was issued to Trump's legal team for the relevant files. Simply put, federal investigators found Donald Trump with over 300 classified documents after he left office. If it's discovered that former President Trump was playing any games with classified documents stored at his Mar-a-Lago estate, Attorney General Bill Barr says he will be very exposed legally. Despite being given ample time, Donald Trump did not comply with the return to government's classified documents after leaving office. This is the first time in the history of America that a former president has been indicted for a criminal offense. But anyway, you know what kind of person Donald is. Republican supporters of the former president have reacted angrily to the allegations. They claim that Joe Biden's administration is plotting against Donald Trump to help Biden win the presidency in 2024. Trump is currently the Republican nomination frontrunner to face President Joe Biden. Trump's administration spokesman Taylor Budowich said, "The Biden administration is obviously in damage control after their botched raid." Do you believe this case has political undertones? Is this part of a larger strategy to prevent Donald Trump from winning the upcoming election? Trump has repeatedly denied any wrongdoings and characterized the investigations as political witch hunts designed to derail his presidential campaign in 2024. The trial is set to begin on May 20th, 2024, 2 months before the Republican National Convention. What if he's convicted? What will that mean? In light of the fact that Donald Trump is currently the frontrunner for the Republican presidential nomination, the natural question is whether he can continue his campaign if convicted. The short answer to that is no. However, this cannot be said for any subsequent crimes for which he may be arrested. Only one charge would prohibit Donald from ever holding public office. This is the charge that pertains to insurrection. But even if he's found guilty of that charge, Republican lawmakers are the ones who hold him accountable in accordance with their law. There are only 3 requirements for the president in American Constitution. The first requirement is citizenship. One must have been born in the United States to a citizen parent. The second factor is one's age. To apply, you must be at least 35 years old. The third requirement is that you must be a permanent resident. Candidates must have lived in the United States as permanent residents for at least 14 years prior to their election. This residency period must not be continuous or immediately preceding the candidate's election, and Donald is acquainted with all of them. Certainly no federal law would prevent Donald Trump from becoming the Republican Party's nominee if he followed the Republican Party's established procedures. Many previous political candidates have found themselves in situations similar to this one. And guess what? They have served in public offices. For example, when former President Governor Rick Perry declared his presidential candidacy in 2015, he was already facing indictment for 2 felonies. Eugene V. Debs also was the Socialist Party's presidential nominee in 1920, despite serving time in an Atlanta federal prison. But hold on. If Donald Trump is found guilty, he will almost certainly be arrested and taken to prison. In the first place, do you think that this will actually occur? Second, do you believe his political career will suffer if he's found guilty? We will be glad to know your thoughts. Please share with us what you think in the comments section below. We appreciate your time here. If you love the video, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Goodbye for now, but stay tuned for the next video.